Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Calvin, and today I want to share with you what gear I'm using in 2018 to up my YouTube game. Stay tuned. Yes, I know it's been a week since my last video. I actually came down with a cold. It's going around San Diego right now, and it's hitting just about everybody, it seems like. And I ended up losing my voice and wasn't able to talk for several days, and it was just not even worth recording a video. But I'm back. My voice is doing a lot better. Still a little bit under the weather, but here I am. Without further ado, I do want to talk to you guys about some of the gear that I use, so let's get into it. Alrighty guys, before we get started, I do want to mention that there are links down in the description below, so if you're interested in anything you see today, go ahead, follow those links over to Amazon, and you can check out more of what they have to offer. Alright, let's get started. Without a doubt, my favorite thing to have is a great quality camera when you're starting up a YouTube channel, and it's incredibly important to me because the quality of the image is going to set you apart from all other YouTube channels. Now, you've heard me say that I've used the Canon Rebel series cameras for my YouTube videos before, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about right now. So as you can see, I have here the Canon T6i Rebel series. So this camera in particular is one level down from what's currently out right now, and it actually does a fantastic job. It's not the top of the line of Canon cameras. This camera has far surpassed any other camera that I've owned, and this DSLR is by far my favorite that I've owned so far. This has a Wi-Fi functionality, which is incredibly important for me to save time. I'm able to, with this Wi-Fi functionality, I'm able to send things from my camera to my phone so that I can upload them to YouTube faster. I don't have to pull the SD card out of this camera, upload it to my computer, grab it on my computer and edit it there, and then post it on YouTube. I can just all do that simply from my phone. So I can use that Wi-Fi functionality to be able to send it to my phone, download it in HD, edit the video on iMovie, and it is really simple. It doesn't take very much work at all, and I can edit and film a video within a couple of minutes that's going to be great quality, HD quality, and it's going to be super simple to upload. So that's one of the reasons mainly that I like this Rebel T6i far better than any other DSLR camera that I've had, and this is what I've been eyeing for several months before starting my YouTube channel. And now that I'm here, I'm able to start and continue pacing myself with YouTube because I have a great camera to start with. So kind of just to go over some of the functionalities of the camera, it has a swivel screen. It can go back and forth. I can switch this around and put it on the front facing side towards me. I have a lot of options right here to mess with the aperture, the different focal lengths. I can, have a variety up here. You can see that there are a variety of different settings that you can put on it, which a lot of DSLR cameras already come with. But, with this camera in particular, it's nice to have the ability to change which kind of settings you want to use, at which different times you want to use them. And this has been an incredibly beneficial camera to me. Now, one thing I do want to point out is with this camera right here, as opposed to the T5 that I was filming on prior to this one has an audio jack, which is incredibly important because you can have this microphone attached to it, and which I'll get into a little bit later. But if you don't have one of the cameras that has the I at the end of it, if you get a Rebel T6 or a Rebel T5 or Rebel T4, but you don't get the T4i or the T5i, the T6i, it's not going to come with this audio jack right here, so you're not going to be able to put an audio mic on here. You're going to have to only be stuck with what's inside the camera already. And while that's not incredibly bad, the audio that comes from here is going to be far better because it's going to project straight to the subject, as opposed to this, which is going to capture all sound and all audio that's surrounding the camera. Obviously, if you didn't know, with these cameras, you can switch out the different types of lenses that are on here. Right now, I have the 50mm 1.8 lens on here, which I'll get into in a couple of minutes. But you have the ability to go around and film whatever you would like with these. It's not incredibly big. I can hold this in one hand and walk around filming. You can get a lot of accessories like a little holder that'll help stabilize your videos. If you have a little bit more movement oriented channel, or you do a lot more traveling, kind of like I do. But there are a lot of features that these cameras have that your iPhone doesn't, and I'd highly recommend using these over an iPhone. If you have to start off with an iPhone, feel free to do that. Don't feel that you're you're tied down by an iPhone and you can't start a YouTube channel or you can't do what you want to do. An iPhone does have great video quality, but I prefer, once you can afford it, to use a DSLR camera, and it's going to far outweigh a camera on your phone, or maybe a little point and shoot camera. And so that's why I use a DSLR camera. It's going to just far outweigh, a phone camera, and it's going to increase the value of your videos to your audience. And just as a little note right now, you've probably heard the audio change just a tad between this mic and that one, and that's because I'm filming right now in the T5i. So you might notice a little bit of a difference between the quality of the image, a little bit of a difference between the sound of the image, and so those are some things that are to look out for when you're getting different types of cameras. You want to check the quality of the camera between, like, for example, the 5 series, the 6 series, and their cousins, the T6Is, anything with an I at the end of it. And without going too much more into that, let's move on to the next one. Now that you know how important it is to have a great quality camera, it's also equally as important to have a great quality lens for that camera. Now, I have on here a 50mm lens, and what these are good for are, kind of portrait. You see a lot of cameras that have a 50mm lens shooting great quality images, and these images are specifically for having a nice bokeh in the background. It'll kind of blur the background, in other words, while the subject in the foreground will stay a lot more crisp and have the focus centered on them. If you guys want an example of that, you go over to my first video on how to flip motorcycles, and I use that one, the 50mm, and you can see how crisp of an image it is. It does really exceptionally well in low light. Without getting into too much detail, a 50mm 1.8 will do the trick if you don't have a lighting system. This lens picks up on a lot of light, which is going to make your images and your videos look a lot more crisp, a lot better under lower light circumstances. Next to a great camera, you're going to need some great lighting. I can't stress how important it is to have great lighting in your videos. Without it, I can show you what exactly it would look like. You see how much was lost without that lighting? Without a doubt, lighting is one of the most important things that you can use in your videos. It's a characteristic that a lot of great quality YouTube videos have. And so without lighting, your videos are going to look very dark, obviously. They're going to have lower resolution and lower quality. Lighting helps your camera capture everything that offers value to the scene. Now, I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it does really enhance the video when you use proper lighting to establish your shots. Personally, I use a company called Savage. Savage isn't an expensive lighting company, and you can pick up some of their lighting for just a little over $100, and it's going to incredibly improve and dramatically increase the value behind your videos. So, as you can see, this is a pretty big and powerful bulb. It's a pretty smart bulb. It also comes with this incredibly sturdy stand, which you can use to mount your light bulbs onto, and it actually has not given me any problems whatsoever. Usually I worry about the quality of the tripods that any of these kinds of things stand on, and this one hasn't given me a problem whatsoever. It's been incredibly easy to adjust. I'm putting it in a small corner right in front of me right now, and it's not having any problem balancing on the things that I have it balancing on. This product also includes an umbrella diffuser, which helps to dumb down the light by diffusing it behind this umbrella, and it keeps it from being really glaring on my face or reflecting off of some of the objects around me. Savage also includes 2 filters, one blue and one orange, to change the lighting depending on your needs. As you can see, here's my lighting system set up right now on top of my bed. Just ignore that. I don't have a lot of space, and it would be nice to have an office, but at this point in my life, that is coming soon. So as you can see, it's doing a great job of diffusing the light in the room, and it is doing a great job of only casting the light on the subject, which is me. So the next thing I use in order to increase the value behind my videos is a microphone. You have to invest in a great sturdy microphone once you get to a certain level so that your audience can hear you and it sounds like it's closer. The Canon Rebel T5 and T6Is, they have good camera mics on them, but however, they still kind of pick up on some of the sounds around them, and you don't really want something like that happening when you're trying to film and, say a dog's barking outside or somebody's, mowing the grass. You have children running around in the background. You're going to want what's called a shotgun mic, and a shotgun mic The one that I have in the description below is actually from a company called Rode, and it does a really good job of canceling out the noise around it. It's only grabbing the sound from what's ahead of it. And with a great quality mic like this, you're going to set yourself apart from a lot of other YouTubers that only have, their iPhone mic, the camera mic that they're using on whatever camera they're using. And it's going to step up your game significantly just by being able to hear the person that's in front of the camera or the subject that's in front of the camera a lot better. So as you can see, this is the Rode mic that I use. It's a shotgun mic, and it actually points towards the viewer kind of like this. So the subject that is being recorded, it will point as a shotgun does, with the barrel facing towards the individual that is being filmed. And you can see that, this is a very small product. It just fits nice and snug right on top of your camera. It has a couple of settings that you're able to change right here on the top. And, you depending on where you're filming, whether you're filming outside or inside, you can change these to better suit your needs as far as audio goes. But this is an incredibly great mic that I use to increase the audio. As you may know, my voice has already changed just by taking this mic off. It's not attached to the camera right now, and it does a great job of shotgunning the audio straight into this Rode mic so that you're able to pick up on what I'm saying a lot clearer, and it sounds as though my audio is coming right into the camera as opposed to being more echoey, more distant, kind of like this should sound. Alrighty guys, there's the gear that I'm using in 2018 to up my YouTube game. If you have any questions about today's video, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I'll answer any questions you guys have about the products that you've seen. If you're interested in purchasing the products, you can find them in the description down below. I have went ahead and left a link for each of the products that I mentioned in the video, and you can go over to Amazon and purchase them at your discretion. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching my videos, and if you guys find value in what I'm providing for you, please smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And question of the day for you, what camera gear are you currently using to film things, whether it be around your house, on a YouTube channel, or just for recreation? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.